To the surprise and delight of Seiko fans around the world, 2019 saw the relaunch of the iconic Seiko 5 line. For many collectors, this watch was the starting point, the first mechanical wristwatch they would ever own. And for a quick backstory to kick off, the 5 in Seiko 5 isn't just a random number the brand came up with. No, 5 represents the 5 attributes of the collection, which are an automatic movement, both day and date displayed in a single window, water resistance, a protected crown at the 4 o'clock position, and finally, a durable case and bracelet construction. These 5 pillars have seen the Seiko 5 collection become an almost universal entry point into mechanical watchmaking, and the canvas for a practically unlimited number of expressions of a well-made wristwatch. This year, Seiko has used that same canvas to launch the all-new Seiko 5 Sports Street Fighter V collection, which celebrates the video game and the fighters within it. First released in 1987, the player versus player combat game has seen dozens of iterations over the decades, where players must choose their fighter and battle it out to be the ultimate champion. In true Seiko style, this latest collection celebrates 6 of the game's central characters, which are Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Guile, Zangief and Blanka, each of which get their own unique watch. All 6 of these new watches measure the same 42.5mm in diameter as seen with the rest of the Seiko 5 Sports range, and they also retain 100 meters of water resistance and are also powered by Seiko's 4R36 caliber movement. A unique feature of these watches is on its case back, where printed in gold you'll find the controller button combination needed for each fighter's special move. Talk about Easter eggs galore. Let's take a closer look at what gives each of these watches a fighting edge. But before we ring the bell, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the bell notification button, so you never miss a new video from Time+Tide. First up, we have Ryu, a cleanly designed but battle-scarred watch inspired by Ryu's judo uniform. The black and red Coke-esque bezel is appropriately dinged and scratched up, and contrasts nicely with the off-white textured dial and textile strap. At the 9 o'clock position is a simplified version of the Furinkazen kanji characters on Ryu's gloves, which translate to say, as swift as the wind, as gentle as the forest, as fierce as fire, and as unshakable as the mountain. This is a summer watch with some serious intent. Next is Ken, with a black case and red strap that matches Ken's fighting costume, and gold highlights that match his bolt of blonde hair. The blackened case, dial and even loom create a great contrast against the red minute track and bezel markings, with the bright red strap making the whole watch pop even more. The gold-toned hands, outer bezel and crown are subtle, but they're definitely enough to remind the wearer of the blonde-headed fighter. The bright blue of Chun-Li's watch is an electric reference to the dress she fights in, complete with gold highlights. One of Chun-Li's most fearsome weapons is her spiked bracelets, which inspire the savagely pointed hour markers you'll find at 6 and 9 o'clock, and cut a razor-sharp silhouette against the sunburst blue dial. The final touch to Chun-Li's watch is the pattern you'll find on the underside of the leather strap, which is the same dragon pattern you'll find on the belt that she wears. Attention! Guile is a military man, through and through, and his watch doesn't hide from that fact. Taking inspiration from Guile's US Air Force uniform, this model has a green camo pattern dial with a wreathed military patch at 6 o'clock and the dog tags of his best friend Charlie Nash at 9 o'clock, complete with his AB positive blood type. Together, the dial elements are busy, but given the strong camo look, they emerge with closer inspection rather than shout out from the wrist. As you would expect on a military watch, the bezel features a 60-minute track, just in case Guile needs a timer for his next bout. Not that he would need a full hour to finish off his opponent. Next is the intimidatingly large figure of Zangief, the super heavyweight in the Street Fighter world. The oversized numerals evoke the sheer mass of Zangief's body, and the bezel rivets are a nod to the studded belt he wears as part of his costume. The circular motif on the dial is inspired by his special move, Cyclone Lariat, and the nylon strap is a close likeness to the wristbands worn by Zangief when fighting. This watch isn't for the faint-hearted. Finally, but certainly not forgotten, is the ripped, green mayhem machine that is Blanka. The green spiral dial is inspired by Blanka's electrifying rolling thunder attacks, while the viciously spiked hour markers represent his razor-sharp teeth. The lightning bolt covered bezel is another nod to Blanka's fighting style, with his electric thunder special move often a match-deciding moment. So there you have it, the 6 combat-ready watches from the new Seiko 5 Sports Street Fighter V collection. Do you remember playing Street Fighter as a kid? And what is your favourite watch from this exciting new collection? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.